Yeah, one of the advantages I think I had was I was a consummate insider, right? I mean, having grown up pretty much all my professional career at Microsoft. And so, in some sense, if I would even criticize our culture, it was criticizing myself. So, in an interest, the break I got was it never felt like somebody from the outside coming and criticizing the folks who are here. Versus, it's about mostly pointing the finger right back at me because I was pretty much part of it. I couldn't say anything that I was not part of. And so I distinctly remember, I think the first time Microsoft became the largest market cap company, I remember walking around the campus, all of us, including me, we were all strutting around as if we were like, the best thing to humankind, right? And it is all our brilliance that's finally reflected in the market cap. And somehow it stuck with me that, God, that is the culture that you want to avoid, right? Because as I always say, from sort of ancient sort of Greece to modern Silicon Valley, there's only one thing that brings civilizations, countries, and companies down, which is hubris. And so one of the greatest breaks is my wife had introduced me to a book by Carol Dweck, a few years before I became CEO, which I read on growth mindset, more in the context of my children's education and parenting and what have you. And I said, God, this thing is like the best. All of us are always talking about learning and learning cultures and so on. And this was the best cultural meme we could have ever picked. So I attribute a lot of our success culturally to that meme because it is not, the other nice thing about that was it is not trademarked, Microsoft, or it's not some new dogma from a CEO. It's a thing that speaks to work and life. You can be a better parent, a better partner, a better friend, a neighbor, and a manager and a leader. So we picked that, and the pithy way I've always characterized it is, hey, go from being the know-it-alls to learn-it-alls. And it's a destination you never reach because the day you say, I have a growth mindset means you don't have a growth mindset. It has been very helpful for us. And, it's like all cultural change. You got to give it time, oxygen, breathing space. And it's both top down and bottom up, and it middles out, right? Which is, there's not a single meeting that I do with the company or even my executive staff or what have you, where I don't start with mission culture. Those are the two bookends. And I've been the other thing is, I've been super disciplined on my framework. To your point about that memo, pretty much for the last now close to 11 years, the arc is the same. Mission culture, it's the worldview, right? That ambient intelligence, ubiquitous computing, and then the specific set of products/strategies. That frame, I pick and choose every word. I'm very deliberate about it. I repeat it until I'm bored stiff, but I just stay on it.